Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, all of you nominees here this evening. A lot has changed since I stood here before you all last year, and it'd be interesting to know how you all in this industry have faced the past year. I've just spent the last 2 weeks in the House of Parliament debating the budget and going through figures. And prior to that, knowing firsthand and contributing to the preparation of the budget, the type of times that we in Trinidad and Tobago are in. And to be quite honest, the difficult times that we're in, we have a drop in our oil and gas revenue of over 90%. And when a massive part of our GDP is based on oil and gas revenue, immediately you know what that means. But in coming here this evening and reflecting, I think it's an opportune moment, and I'd like to throw out a challenge to all of you all sitting here. Because as a government, what we're looking now to is the private sector. And I look around at the audience and recognize many faces here this evening. And when I was looking up at the sponsors, I was happy to see the financial institutions participating as sponsors. And I'm happy to see a lot of developers here in the audience this evening. The challenge I'd like to throw out to you all for the next year and to help Trinidad and Tobago and to help our economy is to participate in the PPPs, the public-private partnerships. Because it's a time like this now that we need the investment from the private sector to raise the buoyancy of the market and to increase the revenues. As a government, we have coming on stream within the next few months the sale of the Victoria Keys. And as a cabinet, we took a decision due to the massive extra amounts of money spent on it to put it out on the open market, and it's not going to be low-income housing. And when that hits the market, you all will have the opportunity to be selling these apartments, penthouses, etc. And from what I've seen, they're really of a top-class level. But what we're introducing over the next year, and it was mentioned in the budget, and the Minister of Housing will address it in the coming months, are PPP projects. How can you partner with the government? What is it that we have in addition to a land bank? We have the financiers here, we have the developers here, and ultimately we have the very, very successful real estate agents of Trinidad and Tobago. And my challenge, more in the form of a request from the government, who wants to do what is right for Trinidad and Tobago, is let's partner together. Let's really sit down and work together as citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And I've heard in the past 12 months of the difficulties with town and country planning, other authorities providing their permission and the planning for you all to get the projects off the ground. As a government, we give a commitment to work along with you to try and shorten and contract those time frames. But really the plea is, let's be creative now because we're all citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And let's do what we can to start back that housing economy. And it's no longer going to be driven by the input of hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars by the government, because we need to take the limited funds that are available now to keep other areas afloat. But now is an opportune moment, and when you look around in the developing countries of the world and see how PPPs have worked, let us lead the charge in Trinidad and Tobago throughout this region to start the development, redevelopment, reigniting the excitement in the housing market and the office market in Trinidad and Tobago. And we're going to really call upon you all to come forward and partner with us to do that. So that's the plea for this year. That's the challenge for this year, because we are in some very challenging times. All is not lost. The government has a number of initiatives in both the oil and gas economy as well as other areas. You'd hear us talking about sandals in the coming months. Again, a great venture that should lift the whole Tobago market as well. Having said that, and having shared a little bit with you about how we, the government, see the progress of Trinidad and Tobago in your field in the coming years, I'd really like to take this opportunity to congratulate Shane and his team and his wife and their team, because I sat there a short while ago and I looked at the stage and I looked around and I've seen progress in the space of a year. Just walking in, it's always good to see a great product continue evolving and getting better. And I'd ask at this stage that we put our hands together and give Shane a clap. I think in Trinidad and Tobago, one of the issues we have is we don't encourage positivity. We don't encourage persons who are really leading in the industry and striving to make it a better place. And that's what I see TrinidadRealtor.com having done for your industry. And I'd like to just end by saying congratulations. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Congratulations to all the nominees. I congratulate in advance the winners for tonight. But we're all winners because you've continued to survive in what some may call a difficult economy. And you haven't been complaining and you haven't been fussing. You've been looking for solutions. And that's what Trinidad and Tobago needs. So in ending, I thank you again for the opportunity to share a few words with you this year. I was told my time is 5 minutes. I have to rush back to the Senate for the continuation of the debate. Just keep up the good work. And we as a government give our commitment. You come to us with your ideas. You come to us with solutions. We're prepared to work along with you to make it happen. Because Trinidad and Tobago will be a better place for the future generations with your contribution. Keep up the great work, and I really want to continue to encourage you all to keep the industry afloat. Well done. Thank you.